What if I told you that it's not only possible to start a recruiting business without any experience, but that success is probable just by implementing a few key strategies? Today, I'm going to break down a few misconceptions about starting your own recruiting business and share with you a roadmap to kickstart your journey regardless of your experience level. And you might be wondering how you can compete with even more experienced recruiters, or even how to get started if you're brand new. Well, don't worry, I have you covered. I've been in the recruiting industry for more than 10 years, and I've been fortunate enough to grow my own recruiting business into multiple six figures, and I'll be sharing with you everything I know. From understanding the essentials of the recruiting industry to mastering the art of client acquisition, I'll walk you through a practical step-by-step roadmap that'll help you hit your income goals and beyond. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Jonchin Tannerud, founder and CEO of Recruiting Accelerator, a coaching program dedicated to helping people just like you who want to start and grow their own wildly profitable recruiting businesses, even if they're brand new or have a full-time job. Like most other recruiters, I actually fell into this career by accident because no one ever studies to become a recruiter, and there's no major in college for recruiting. You kind of just find it your own way. And for me, I actually walked into a staffing agency, it was actually a temp agency, looking for a job, and they asked me if I wanted to become a recruiter for them. And at that point, I've actually even thought about becoming a recruiter. I wasn't even sure how that career even worked, but I thought to myself, well, I'm a people person. I like helping others, and I have helped other friends like get jobs and make connections. So I figured, why not do that professionally and get paid for it? So if you like the idea of helping career-driven people find better job opportunities and helping companies who are struggling to find the right talent and basically play a career matchmaker and get paid really well for doing that, then you're in the right place. When it comes to becoming a recruiting entrepreneur and run your own recruiting business, it's really important to understand how to start off on the right foot in order to increase your chances for success. And it really comes down to having a proven process to follow that can help you stand out from the competition, get new recruiting clients, and match them with top candidates so that way you can earn the industry average fee of 20% of your candidate's first year base salary, which is typically about $20,000 or more just for helping one person find a job. But first, it's important to understand why most recruiters don't find the success they're looking for and the success that's actually possible when you get it right. To give you an example, right now the average recruiter earns about $65,000 per year, but that means that 50% of those recruiters make even more, some a lot more, anywhere from $100,000 to maybe $250,000 per year or more. So what are they doing that the average and below average recruiters aren't doing? Well, I'll get to that in just a moment, but first I want to cover with you some of the advantages you probably already have over most of these average recruiters. Because here's the deal, most average recruiters work for recruiting agencies, and they have a manager who assigns them all sorts of different roles or job orders to fill, and they're expected to find great candidates for each of those specific job orders. That means that one day they might be looking for a financial analyst, the next day they might be recruiting a software engineer, and then maybe the next week they might be looking for a salesperson. And working this way spreads them incredibly thin because they can't focus on building a core network of talented candidates. However, when you start your recruiting business, you can focus on just one or maybe two roles. Most recruiters, especially those working for big corporations or agencies, don't have the luxury to pick and choose which roles they recruit for, and so you having that freedom will give you a huge competitive advantage. And when you niche down, it enables you to make significantly more money since you'll be able to make more placements because hiring managers will see you as a specialist, not a generalist like every other average recruiter. And this might surprise you, but you probably already have most of the skills needed to become a successful recruiting business owner. Because as a recruiter, all you're really doing is playing career matchmaker. You are essentially connecting hiring managers who are looking to fill open roles, and they connect them with candidates who may be interested in taking those jobs. And as long as companies continue to compete for the very best talent available, there's always going to be a demand for recruiting agencies who can help them. And this is especially true for small to medium-sized companies who don't have the budget to hire a team of expensive internal recruiters. Instead, they actually look for outside recruiting agencies to help them fill their open roles. Now, one of the most important skills you'll need to be successful at this is communication. Right? Being a recruiter means that you'll be communicating with both hiring managers and candidates, and that means that you'll want to be able to talk to each of them about how you can add value and help them meet their goals. So for hiring managers, their goal is to find the right candidate, and for candidates, their goal is to find the right jobs. And the best part is these hiring managers are happy to pay your fees because you probably just help them fill a position that they've been struggling to fill on their own for months, and you save them a bunch of time, energy, and money on filling a position that they couldn't fill on their own. Now, the next step in becoming a recruiting entrepreneur and tapping into this incredibly lucrative career is building your network. As a career matchmaker, being able to make money means you'll want to have a network of people who can help you hit your goals. In your case, that's a network of hiring managers who you can work with to help them fill the positions, and a network of candidates who you know will make make excellent hires for those companies. And today, it's never been easier to start building your network, because back in the day, you'd have to attend conferences, local meetups, and be known in your community as a recruiter. But today with LinkedIn, all you have to do is connect with hiring managers and candidates in your niche every single day to build up your network and your pipeline. And ideally, you want to leverage LinkedIn automation so that way you can build your pipeline on autopilot instead of spending hours and hours every day manually reaching out to people. And by the way, if you want to learn how to use LinkedIn automation to help grow your own recruiting business, then just follow the link in the description below. It's a free training video that I made that will break down my exact 6-step process for you. Now, once you get a response from a hiring manager at a company, you'll simply want to jump on a call with them to learn more about their hiring needs to see if you can help them. If you can recruit the type of candidates that they need and they agree to work with you, then that hiring manager will sign a simple one-page agreement that says, I will pay you 20% of your candidate's first-year base salary if I hire them. That's it. Then you can take off your business development hat and put on your recruiting hat and start recruiting the right talent. And ideally, because you've been building your network over time, you'll already have some prospective candidates who will be a great fit for your new client. Once you've identified a candidate who fits your client's job requirements, you'll simply send over their resume and work on scheduling their first job interview. If that first interview goes well, you'll schedule a second interview and hopefully a final interview where your candidate will get a job offer and accept. And once your candidate starts their first day of their new job with your client, you'll simply send an invoice to your client for 20% of your candidate's first year base salary. That's it. And if your candidate accepted a job offer for, let's say, $120,000 a year, then congrats, you just made 20% or $24,000 just for getting that candidate a job. So from a high level perspective, this is the entire process for how to run your own profitable recruiting business, even if you don't have any experience right now or you're holding down a 9-to-5 job. And when you take the approach I'm talking about in this video, you can bypass the challenges that average recruiters face and make significantly more money. Now, one of the questions that people ask me all the time is, what's the best niche they should pick for the recruiting business? I've actually developed a niche discovery process to help you pick the best niche for you, specifically based on your work experience, industry background, and what the market is demanding. So if you want to learn more about how to pick the right recruiting niche for you, just click that thumbnail right there, and I'll see you in that video.